Hey everyone, so today is a special day for me. It's my 40th birthday, but that's not why it's special. In fact, that's completely irrelevant. The reason why today is special for me is because I'm getting married for the first time. I thought I'd do a video because those of you that know me might be interested, and obviously because of the pandemic no one could be here. And even if you don't know me, you might be thinking of getting married yourself in another country. And it's not actually as easy as you think it might be. So I thought I'd share a few tips with you about that. I met my wife-to-be, Kate, at a language school in Russia where I was working. And getting married in Russia was going to be a little bit difficult because of all the bureaucracy, visas and registrations. And also I'd have needed to have some official document to prove that I wasn't currently married, which would have been quite difficult to obtain. Getting married in Britain, with the exception of the pandemic, would also have been difficult for the same reason, because she then would have needed visas and all complicated things. So we had to try and find a third country. We tried Kyrgyzstan, where I was living before, but unfortunately Kyrgyzstan don't marry two people who aren't Kyrgyzstani. At least one person has to be from Kyrgyzstan, so that option was out as well. So we finally come to Georgia, and in Georgia it's been a breeze. We've been able to get married very easily, don't really need any documents at all. So if any of you are thinking of getting married in a third country, then I fully recommend Georgia, and I just want to say a big thank you to Georgia for allowing it. So if you are thinking of getting married in another country, my advice to you is to do lots of research. You might be surprised what some of the requirements are. And even better, try to telephone the registry office or wedding palace in the place you're going to get married to get some first-hand reliable information. Anyway, I can't sit here chatting to you guys all day. I'm getting married in less than 2 hours, so I better go and get ready. Okay, so I'm all suited and booted now, on my way to the registry office, and most of the walk should be along the river, so it should be a nice walk, as long as it's not too windy. It's actually a really fresh, glorious day today. Tbilisi can be a bit sunny sometimes, but luckily today it's not. I mean, it's warm, but it's not really hot, and there's a little breeze, not too windy. There's that well-known phrase, isn't there, that life begins at 40. Now, I'd always just thought that's something that people tell people who are 40 just to make them feel better. But actually, in my case, it's true, because unless my wife's first choice, Roger Federer, appears in Tbilisi within the next hour and declares his love for her, then I'll be getting married today. They're the two main hotels in the city centre, and it was a choice of those two as to where we'd stay tonight. The smaller one on the right, that has been standing for a long time in various forms. It was built in the 1960s, and it was the Hotel Iberia. When I first came here more than 15 years ago, it had actually been turned into a refugee camp. The tall one on the left there, that used to be the Institute of Marxism and Leninism, and now that's also been bought by a Western company and is now a nice hotel. In the past, if you got married in Tbilisi, this would be the place where you'd have got married. It used to be the wedding palace, but then sometime after the fall of the USSR it got bought up by a private wealthy individual. So you might be surprised to learn that this long housing block is where I'm going to get married today. This is the registry office. At the bottom there, this building was built in 1958, and as you can see from a picture in one of my old books, it's not really changed at all. Well, on closer inspection we can see the facade has changed a little bit. New windows, but the original artwork's still there, although now covered up. That used to be the wall on the outside. The Soviet Union was an atheist state, and so they didn't have church weddings, and people just got married in registry offices like the one behind me. To be honest with you, the low-key wedding suits both of us. We don't really like over-the-top things, we prefer to keep things simple. And one thing I like about Kate is that she's very down-to-earth. I'm a bit worried actually that I might not even recognise her, because obviously I've never seen her in a wedding dress before. And also, one of the other things I like about her is that she doesn't usually wear any makeup. But presumably today she will. And also, she's been to the hairdressers this morning, so her hair will look different as well. So I hope I recognise her, otherwise that'd be a bit embarrassing. I should say as well that she's not someone who loves to be in front of the camera, so we might not see as much of her today as we'd like, but I'll certainly try and get her on from time to time when I can. Don't worry, you will see her. She does exist, promise. So I'm marrying a Russian, and ironically, right outside the registry office is a statue to a Russian writer, Griboyedov. You know what, I think I've got to focus a bit on my wedding now, so I'll put the camera away and then do some more recording later on when I'll be a married man. So we finally got married. Just come out of the wedding ceremony, and now I have a beautiful wife. So this is the brave girl that has allowed me to marry her. After 40 years, I finally got married. And it's not so bad actually. So it's time to take our marriage vows. Katie, do you agree to tolerate me despite all of my many faults?
Yes, I do.
Okay, that's good. Now the most important one. Katie, do you agree to me dragging you around random towns in all kinds of weather to look at odd pieces of architecture?
I already have been and I will be.
Okay, great. So we've arrived at our hotel now, time to check in. You might recognise it actually, I covered it in one of the other videos I did. So just time to say goodbye to everyone, thanks for watching and see you all again soon. Bye bye.